Army of the Dead was directed by Zack Snyder and stars Dave Bautista, and following a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, a group of mercenaries takes the ultimate gamble, venturing into the quarantine zone to pull off the greatest heist ever attempted. And this is a movie that I was sort of anticipating. I'm not the biggest fan of zombie movies in general. I enjoyed like World War Z, which was like the last zombie movie I've seen. So I'm not a huge fan of this genre, but I do like Zack Snyder. I do like Dave Bautista. I liked the trailers that were coming out here. So I was excited to go see this movie and see kind of what Zack Snyder could do with another zombie movie after he did the remake of Dawn of the Dead. So how did it turn out in my opinion? Well, let's find out by talking about the good. And one of the best things about this movie is that it is just extremely entertaining. Whenever they get into that quarantine zone, it is really entertaining. All the action is really well done by Zack Snyder, and everything just is very well shot. All the zombies look great. There's a bunch of really good carnage in this movie. I mean, this movie is very, very bloody. It's a very hard R zombie movie, which I love because I like some gore. So all in all, I think that side of it, the entertainment value is all there. So this movie is really, really rewatchable. Also, some of the characters in this movie are pretty entertaining as well. Some of them are pretty likable. Some of them I like their backstories, especially Dave Bautista. I feel like he's more fleshed out in this movie, and it kind of shows that Dave Bautista can do more than Drax. Like, he actually is given some emotional elements in this movie, and he actually kind of does a lot better as an actor, which I was really surprised by because I thought this movie was just going to be schlocky fun, and it actually kind of took some more of emotional aspects, especially in the ending and stuff like that, so I was really surprised by that. Another thing I thought that was pretty good about this movie was the comedy. There were some good jokes, especially by that kind of like German lockpicker guy. I thought that he was pretty good in this movie, and all in all, so this movie is extremely entertaining, it's extremely rewatchable, and that's probably the best element here. There's some fun, quirky characters, and overall, I think this is a very enjoyable, fun watch, but I do have some issues with this movie, so let's move into the mixed aspects in here. And the only mixed aspects I have in here really are kind of the cinematography. It's kind of a style that Zack Snyder likes to go for, where things go out of focus, like characters will go out of focus and then come back into focus, so it's like a very blurry shot. I'm not the hugest fan of it, but like some of the other cinematography shots in this movie are actually really good. Some of the action sequences look great, so it's sort of mixed aspects in here. When he uses that, I don't necessarily love it, but when he doesn't, I think it's great. So just sort of that mixed aspect in here, it's a bit odd here. Now let's move into the bad here, and the big thing is the runtime and the daughter character. Those are my two biggest issues. And if you guys have not seen the movie, I suggest you go watch it, because I am going to be getting into some spoilers for this here, so I can really tell you what my issues are with the film. Because while this is a very entertaining, fun movie that you can kind of stuff popcorn in your face and have a great time watching, if you think about it, it kind of falls apart. And I'm going to kind of get into that here. So, one of the biggest general issues I have with this movie is the third act in general and the daughter character. She is so stupid. Like, why would she make that choice of going to save those friends? Like, even her involvement in the movie, it's just a bit odd. So, you start out with her character, you know, she's fine, she's okay, you know, she's just trying to help people, which is like a cool daughter character or whatever. It's fine. She plays that one of those classic tropes where it's like, I'm coming and you can't say anything about it, Dad, and I'm gonna come and, you know, shoot up the zombies with ya. And the dad's like, oh yeah, whatever, you know, you can come if you want. Anyways, so her involvement in the movie is just a bit strange. She wants to go save her friends, which she thinks are alive in this huge zombified Las Vegas where there's millions upon millions of zombies. So even that just kind of strains some credibility there. And also, the third act of choice that she makes, because in the first two acts she doesn't even really do that much in the movie. She doesn't really shoot any zombies, she doesn't really have much screen time. I was like, okay, you know what, this is, she's not really getting that much involved. But then, in the third act of the movie, they find out that the missile that's going to hit Las Vegas is going to arrive a day early. So they have like 45 minutes to get out of this place, and they have to get the money, and they gotta go. They gotta get the hell out of there. But the daughter thinks it's a very, very good idea to, you know, go save her friend when it's the last minute. Not during the movie where they actually had time. No, when it's the last minute, and stare off from the group and go save her friend, which is like the dumbest decision ever. She runs into a crowd of zombies to go save her hopefully alive friend, which somehow she is still alive. I have no idea how. But anyways, she goes to save her friend, and then a lot of the people die because of that, because they can't just get to the chopper anymore. They gotta go save her, and then a lot of the people end up dying because of it. So her choice was just completely terrible, and I did not like that choice. And another thing that's really stupid with her character is that she gets to her friend, she starts saving her, and then a bunch of these zombies come after her, and then she turns into this John Wick type hero where she starts just slaying down zombies one by one. I'm like, how? She had no military training whatsoever. Like, maybe from her dad a bit, but that was never mentioned in the movie, and now she's just slaying down zombies. Like, what is going on here? It just doesn't make any sense. So, the daughter character in the third act was a big issue for me, and just the ending also in general was a kind of an issue of mine, because she saves this friend. This friend pushes the third act of saving her, and then the dad has to go save the daughter and everything. So that kind of drives the third act forward, right? They get out of there, they nuke the Las Vegas, and then the helicopter crashes, kills the pilot, because it's like everyone needs to die in this movie. And then you get a very good emotional scene where Dave Bautista's character got bit, and he has one last conversation with his daughter, and then the daughter has to shoot him. So I'm not saying that's the bad ending here. I'm saying the bad part is, where the hell is the friend? The friend that drove the entire third act forward. She's not even in the scene. Did she die? Is she alive? Where is she? Is she in the helicopter? Like, where the hell is this friend? I like the stuff that's going on, but I'm still wondering, where's this friend that made the daughter make this choice? Because, like, it's just, did they actually just slip up and forget that she was in the movie? Like, honestly, how is that even possible? So that's a really big issue of mine. I do like that ending, the emotional ending with Dave Bautista and his daughter, but the friend, it's just like, what the hell is going on there, guys? Come on. And then even the other ending of how the guy even somehow survives in the vault, and where he got bit and somehow he made it out. Like, it's just, what the hell is going on with this ending? Guys, come on. You gotta need a couple more drafts of your script here. So, yeah, and then another big issue of mine is the runtime. Holy shit, is this movie long? This movie is 2.5 hours long, and it's a zombie movie. Why? Why does this movie need to be 2.5 hours long? There's so many scenes I could see that could get cut, and it doesn't even change a thing. Like, there's this one character in here that's played kind of like as like a rapist type character, and it gets thrown into this movie to be a sacrifice for the zombies. Now, I don't mind that. I'm fine with him being a sacrifice and everything, and I think that's actually a cool little aspect, that you have to sacrifice to kind of walk on their kingdom or whatever. So I'm fine with all of that. But then we don't need to see him getting dragged into their little chamber or whatever, and he doesn't even get bit in front of us. Like, it's off screen. But there's like a 10 minutes long sequence of him getting dragged around, screaming and stuff like that. And like, it's just so unnecessary in the movie. And there's a lot of scenes that just drag on, and it's really, really, really boring. And the pacing just really, really, really slows down. So the runtime, the daughter, and the third act, just all of that had a lot of big issues for me. Also, there's these robot zombies in here, and like, I was thinking, what the hell is going on? Why are some of these zombies robots? Like, what is happening? Why can't you explain anything? Because you do have a 2.5 hour runtime, you dick. And one other issue I have with this movie is there's a scene in sort of like the beginning where this one girl mercenary person was talking to the twist ending bad guy or whatever, the suspicious guy, saying, I know you're up to something. So the guy locks her in this room. She eventually jumps out a window. She's about 10 feet away from her friends, and nobody tries to help her. They're like, yeah, she's lost to us now. She's shooting people. She's like, they could easily just overrule those zombies. She doesn't even try to scream out, hey, that guy locked me in, he's a bad guy. So like, there's just a lot of stuff in this movie. I feel like a few more drafts of the script really could have helped it out. But overall, I do think this movie is a very enjoyable watch. It's very entertaining. I can easily stuff popcorn in my face with my friends and easily watch this movie. There's just a lot of issues that I do have with the script and the story and obviously the characters, but I still, even though I'm talking so much negative about this movie, I had a lot of fun with it. This is honestly one of my favorite zombie movies because of kind of the flair that Zack Snyder throws into this movie, even though I did have a lot of issues with it. So with all that said, I'm going to give Army of the Dead a B-. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Stay tuned for more reviews coming very soon. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading that much lately. I've been just very, very busy, so I'm hoping to get back into it with In the Heights and A Quiet Place Part 2. I'm going to hopefully get that review up to you guys sometime next week, hopefully. I'm not sure. But anyways, comment down below, what did you guys think of the Army of the Dead? Did you have as many issues as with I did, or did you just kind of just forget about those and just have a fun time? Because that's kind of what you can do with this movie. Also, hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, have a great day. See you later.